why would anyone buy cards like these? Card apes? When you can buy a card ape for just 15 cents in a Nero version. And it's time for another installment of Quest for Cube. So we got a whole bunch of orders here for April to May, and we're gonna go through all of them together. There are some more expensive ones towards the end. We're starting out with some smaller random ones that I still need for my set cube, which is actually why I'm collecting these cards, but that's not the only reason why people would buy such old vintage cards like these. I am actually not sure if I ordered all four or if I got them extra on top. Like, I don't remember. This order has been done a couple of weeks ago, and I just don't remember. But still, very nice cards. This one has a little bend corner here, but it's still nice. And we have the fourth one here. So these two I can certainly use. These I will have to check if they can be detected through translucent sleeves. And as you've already seen, I've paid around like $7 per card ape. I could have just bought four for like 60 cents if I didn't care for the fact that this is like 30 or more year old cardboard. 31 if I'm not mistaken, year old cardboard, and it just looks so much cooler. It feels cool, and it's something that these newer cards could never do in any way. Maybe in 30 years I will look at a card ape from Eternal Masters differently, but today this is still not the case. And if you are into vintage Magic, the person that I bought the cards from put a little message here. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you want to help me out on this channel to reach that subscriber mark, yeah, do subscribe. Do subscribe to the channel. The rest of the orders are not in a particular order. I don't remember which one contains which. I just know that I ordered these over on Discord. By the way, the CardboardTutor channel does have a Discord server, and if you want to join, it's free to do. There's a link in the description if you want to just hang out a little more, talk with me about deck techs, about set cubes, you name it, old cards, whatever floats your boat or carpet. Do join the Discord channel, the Discord server. And you know, cards like these, like really, they tell a story. Like, these have been slit across the sidewalk a whole bunch of times and have been played without a sleeve. And cards like these just haven't. They were put into sleeves later on and kept normally around near mint to excellent condition. Next letter, I noticed there's a little damage in the letter. I hope it's still fine in there. Yeah, top loader. Top loader should have protected the cards inside, I would guess. These are usually quite sturdy. That is quite some sticky tape. Now we got it off. So yeah, the main question for today, why would anyone collect cards like these? I mean, it can be just nostalgia. I actually haven't played Magic the Gathering around these sets. I've started with, I guess, Mercadian Masks Invasion, and I never saw these cards, maybe in some older binders, but here in Germany, like we didn't receive many of these cards. And I think Magic the Gathering really took off around, let's say, Ice Age maybe. These were like sets that I've seen before back in the day. And getting cards from the Dark or even older sets like Antiquities, Legends, Arabian Nights, that was a rare sight to see, and even back in the day people weren't as excited about these old cards because there wasn't Commander yet, and we didn't have a use for weird cards like Season of the Witch, which today is such a cool card to play in Commander now, isn't it? And Dust to Dust is a great card in Pauper and Pauper Commander. So nostalgia can be a reason for people collecting these old cards. What do we have here that I didn't order? Thanks for your honesty. Oh, I remember there was a person who I saw on Discord wanting to sell a unlimited card as revised and for revised prices, and I let them know that it's actually unlimited. I would have loved to take it, but I at least wanted them to know that it was an unlimited card, not a revised one. And this is a revised island that has a old school guild house stamp. I actually don't know the history about this, so it's cool. It's a cool collectible thing, I'd suppose. Do let me know in the comments. I don't know anything about this stamp, how precious, how rare it is, or where you would receive it. Chaos Confetti. Oh boy, this card you would tear into pieces to make any use of it. It's a fun card. I've never owned a Chaos Confetti, I think, and I've also not seen any ripped apart Chaos Confetti yet, but I will cherish it. That's a fun card. Really fun. And I still need a Chaos Orb for the unlimited set cube that I am building. Next up, let's see what we have here. Ooh, more apes. More apes. Okay, now that is quite used. We have a desert here. Oh, multiple ones apparently. These are in used condition, but tell their story and I think are still okay for me to use. And the translucent sleeves, Sandstorm here from Arabian Nights, Unstable Mutation, a rock egg, which I still need a couple of, as well as a ogress. Well, that's quite clean. Thank you to whoever sent me these. I actually don't remember off the top of my head what I paid for each of them, but I will show the prices. Some Italian card that I didn't order, Miracle Worker signed. Real nice, signed by the artist. I do like to bling out my set cubes with these, and set cubes are the focus of this channel. Solid, usable card in Commander. Yes, set cubes are the focus of this channel, why I'm collecting all these old fogey cards. I was never able to buy them in any store, especially not when I was younger, and they cost a couple $100 each, and I just wasn't able to just afford them. But even like if I could, I didn't want them because I wanted to play my janky youth CardboardTutor decks and these weird cards. Who wants to play them? But I do like to collect these now to be able to replicate these old sets and be able to actually draft them, which is what a set cube is. Thank you. A icy and a I don't know what it says here. I'll see what's in here and maybe I can decipher it again. A Pikachu, okay. Can I get the Pikachu safely off here without killing it? Oh yeah, I am. It survived. Let's see what I got here. It can stay here. So, what did I order? Oh, a Preacher. Yes. That's the Preacher. I guess that's his fist. I don't know. Or the hammer. I mean, he's not a judge. There's no hammer. I don't know. How do I get this solo tape off? Here we are. Preacher again is also such a unique card in white for its effect. Being able to take control of an opponent's creature in white is quite unique, and I wanted this one another time for my commander decks that I might want to put this in. But I think, yes, that is the actual card that I still needed for my set cube, for my unlimited one. And the dark set cube is already finished, and the unlimited set cube is still in the making. And wow, that is a beautiful copy. It has some minor marks and dings and nicks here, some whitening on the edges and on the back surface, so it has been played outside of sleeves a couple of times probably. But yeah, this one will go into my set cube, and this is already quite expensive actually to get a icy manipulator from Unlimited. So yeah, thank you to the seller who drew this and also sent me those for a nice prize. Let's make some space. Those sleeves don't need to stay here, I think. There are also some sleeves here. And see what we have. Some flash fire. Not sure if I still needed that one, but maybe I did. Unlimited. You can recognize Unlimited by the registration of the artist name. Let's see if I can find the revised card here, which is a set that people like to confuse. You can see that the artist name is moved to the bottom of the card, and all the Unlimited cards are also oversaturated, of course, but it's harder to recognize if you don't have anything to compare them to. Some smaller cards. Resurrection, I think, is an uncommon, if I'm not mistaken. Real nice. Got a Circle of Protection red in the next one. What else is in here? Holy Strength. Oh, it's a little off-center left to right. Invisibility and Gloom, I think, is another uncommon in the set. And lastly, Disenchant. Ooh, nice. I think I still need 5 Disenchants. I don't know if today's orders... Okay, they contain some more. Yes, 4 Disenchants, really nice. Okay, I needed 5 of these. These might be a little too whitened on the edges, but I'll see if I can make it work. And a Signed Shatter, really pretty. Amy Weber's signature always looks like a, I don't know, ball of lint, I think. But yeah, appreciated. Always appreciated to have a signed card to be put into the cube. 3 more letters. Okay, 4 more sleeves in this order. Let's see about what we have. Yes, I was talking about the reasons why I would buy these old cards. I mean, there is the investment sense, but I always also think that Miracle Workers, for example, won't ever be like above $1 or $2 in like the next 10 years. So the investment side is negligible if you're not investing in like reserved lists, in my opinion. Another signature from Amy here, really pretty. I do think that the prices will go up of these sets. For example, older sets like these, but probably mostly the reserved list cards rather than the commons of these sets, except if it's like a real small print run, like Arabian Nights actually, which is the reason why these commons are already at like $2 or $3 per cheapest common. I think Righteousness is another rare, if I'm not mistaken, and the Bodyguard as well. Nice, needed those still. But being able to actually create some kind of experience for players who are interested in the history of MTG, another rare, if I'm not mistaken here, and a misprinted Tanos' Weaponry, which has the colorless mana symbol a little off-center 1 row below. So I still wanted that one because it's wonky and weird. I don't think there's a big premium on this one, but just so you know, it exists. I don't know about the amount of how often it appears. I think like 1/3 of the print run or so. I'd say since the weaponry is a U3, I think every 3rd one would have this misprint version on it. Now the 2 bigger letters for today. Let's see what we have here. Oh, some commons. I'm not gonna unpack them all, I think, right now. Maybe later when I check for inking. This one might have some minor damage on the bottom here, some minor bend. But I also think I already have for Oases. What's the correct plural? Oases probably. So I'll see if I have a worst condition one. This one also is around $10. Let's check that one as well. Yeah. So what I'm doing here on this channel is collecting as many Arabian Nights cards as I need, and from other older sets as you can see here, to be able to play an Arabian Nights experience, draft or sealed, with around 10 players. So check the saddlebags as well. And it's a thing you can achieve with patience and focus, not buying all the most recent sets and shiny cards, but focusing everything on your cube that you want to build. So there is another rare here. Let's see how we can get this out. It's a really good box. Sturdy and safe. I think it's like an Ultra Pro card holder, I think. These are good. I have a whole video on the booster holders, and these card holders I also like. And this is still usable, like it has no sellotape residue. So thanks for putting those in there. They probably cost like $1 or $2. So just to be able to protect those cards is more important than just the few bucks that it costs to buy these. Though I think probably, maybe, I don't know, they don't use it anymore, or actually just got them from another order and never bought them. Actually, I don't know. Whatever. Not the focus of the video, I'm drifting off. King Suleiman, another rare from Arabian Nights, which has quite the unique effect, being able to be tapped to destroy a Jinn or Ifrit. And what some people might forget is that it can actually also kill shapeshifters. So in Commander, a card that you could use, back in the day there were no legends, so it's not a legend, but maybe you can rule 0 it as a legend and build a white anti-Jinn and Ifrit commander. I don't know why anyone would do that. So it's quite a fringe card, and I understand why no one would play it. I think it is on the reserved list, so I think just the fact that it's so rare makes this card that expensive. Let's see what else we have in here. There should be another bigger one. Yes, the city. The city in a bottle. This is a card that you cannot really use. No one is really playing any Arabian Nights cards or cards that were originally printed in Arabian Nights. Kurde might be one, but why would you include this? And this is so expensive for the fact that you cannot play it anywhere. Maybe in Vintage, I could understand and see why anyone would play it there. In a set cube, this could be a win con. If you're playing only Arabian Nights cards, lands would stay on the board. The mountain would also stay on the board because it hasn't been originally printed in Arabian Nights. And then you would just see who has more cards in their decks, because there's not much removal. And even if there's removal for artifacts in the set, there's this green one, Sandstorm or something, I think, or Twister. Doesn't Twister, was it? That can destroy any permanent. You're not allowed to cast it. So I find it a funny way to win the game in such a set. And to experience it like the way they intended it to be experienced. This one has a little scratch here on the back, but it looks so minor, and the rest of the card is really clean. So very nice. I'm really glad to have it. I think this is the second one, Ifrit, that I needed. There's this misprint variant from Revised, which has like blue mana symbols on it, or the wrong artwork. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's a Serendip Ifrit, right, that is put onto the Ifbif Ifrit artwork. But yeah, quite unique effect, and it would be so cool to experience these Ifrits and Jinns in a set just made to be experienced like a whole thing that anyone probably did. So let's look at the last package, what I got in there, which should be another bigger order. So let's pop this one open, and I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, this is from Sanctus Trading. I think you can scan the QR code here if you wanted to. Just some free advertisement if I'm happy with the cards. Oh, there's another one, another QR code. You can check them out. If I'm not, maybe, yeah, we will find a way we're both happy with. So, yeah, let's see. Oh, that is a real booster pack. A real set booster pack. Should I just open it? I might open it by the end. I'll see. Sanctus Trading. Focus of this video is vintage, which is why I'm hesitating opening it. But maybe we get something spicy. Well, we shall see. I do like the idea of Universes Beyond in the sense that you also again play it for itself as like playing Lord of the Rings with magic rules, but mixing them and like playing, I don't know, Pikachu against Gandalf, like kind of sucks, this idea. So we have a second King Suleiman, which is the last one I needed for my set cube. This is really clean. Minor damage, but other than that, a really beautiful card. A Yunun Afreed. I already have 2 or 3 of these, but most of them are quite used, and this one was at a great price and in much better condition. Man, these are clean cards, man. Wow. Okay. So yeah, check out Sanctus Trading. These are great. I didn't know they were that minty. Okay, so this one is more used, but I bet also the price was a nice one. Yeah. Oh man. Thank you so much. Now, if you are enjoying vintage cardboard rectangles, I have a whole bunch of videos where I open even more cards, old cards from different sets. If you want to check those out, do check them out. If you like the idea of cubes, I also show off how I'm kind of playing this cube and how it would feel, what it would feel like. I'm also thinking about doing a whole set review of which cards to play, if they would be useful drafting. Yeah, let me know if drafting a set cube would be of any interest to you. And by the way, as I said, we're almost reaching the 1,000 subscriber mark, and we are planning a 1,000 subscriber party on this channel. So if you want to be part of this, do also subscribe to it so you get the notification when I am reaching the 1,000 sub mark and planning to do the live stream. There might be some kind of giveaway promo codes. We'll see what I can get here for this channel. So yeah, stick around. And shall I open this booster pack? Should I? I think I should, shouldn't I? Like, it's really nice that they gave me one, so let's see what we have. Let's not just keep it sealed. Wish me luck. Let's see what we can open in this pack. Lord of the Rings. I've drafted it with my cousin. Actually, we built some decks and then just continued upgrading them with the Lord of the Rings display box that we bought, and we had a whole blast. We had a bunch of fun. God, that is stuck. So it was a nice way to experience the set. Now let's see what we have in here. Is this where the rare is, or which way? Let me check a sec. Yeah, I think it starts with a rare. So we're gonna go the other way around and see if that helps. I don't know. I don't know which way they are now. Yeah, okay. So this was the foil, I suppose, and then we have a common. So these are cool, you know, like Lord of the Rings, there was a whole card game which just kind of failed, and being able to play this game with magic rules is kind of cool. So again, building a set cube with Lord of the Rings cards also seems fun to me. There is this collectability and rarity factor that I like about collecting vintage cards, which are just a piece of history. But again, in 30 years, when there's no longer MTG Lord of the Rings crossovers, maybe they do another one. But again, re-experiencing the set kind of sounds fun. So let's see, the rare should appear now. Sauron's Ransom, okay. Choose an opponent, they look at the top 4 cards of your library, separate them into a face down and face up pile, put one into the hand and the other into the graveyard, and the ring tempts them. I mean, it sounds like a fun political card, but probably not the most powerful one. And lastly, another foil, okay, Surrounded by Orcs. That's a cool artwork. And then some booster game. Hey, another way to draft, right? Winchester draft. Now, do help this channel out by watching another video. I do need some watch hours still. We're almost at 2,600 out of 4,000 for this channel to be able to be monetized. So if you want to help me out, do watch another video. So click those 2 buttons to support it. And I wish you a beautiful day. Be kind to the people around you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.